Coming up on Chapman News, an organization on campus hopes to help prevent possible drug overdoses.
Plus, an on-campus program is aimed at providing cheap meals to those who need it.
And we have the CEO of the Orange County Transportation Authority in studio to talk about new initiatives. Hello everyone and welcome to Chapman News on this Friday, May 12th. I'm Molly Casey. We have quite a bit to get to for y'all.
That's right, Molly. Today is our last Chapman newscast of the year and our last newscast to seniors. No better way to wrap up the year and the week than with Chapman News. Let's dive right into today's top stories.
Breaking news out of just a few minutes ago, former LA County Sheriff Lee Baca has been sentenced to prison after a prison abuse scandal. Baca has been sentenced to 3 years in prison. The 74-year-old former county sheriff is in the early stages of Alzheimer's.
A Chapman club is proposing to provide staff with a drug to prevent student overdoses on campus. Sabrina Santoro has more on the story.
According to the CDC, prescription and illicit opioids are the main driver of drug overdose deaths in the United States. One Chapman organization is trying to combat this issue before it becomes a problem on campus. They're proposing to provide drugs that can temporarily reverse the effects of opioids.
So we are proposing to equip and train all public safety officers, resident directors, and resident advisors with naloxone or Narcan.
If the proposal is approved, it will cost the university about $1,500. The club will receive a donation from the Clinton Foundation and a $1,000 donation from Kathy Berkowitz. Her son Ethan was a 2012 Chapman alumnus who died from complications from an opioid addiction last year.
We believe that if one person is to accidentally die of an overdose, that's an issue.
This is a naloxone auto-injector, which reverses opioid overdose. And this is a trainer that demonstrates how easily it can be done.
This trainer contains no needle or drug. To inject, place black end against 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Injection complete.
Public Safety Chief Randy Burvis said there hasn't been an overdose at Chapman in the 11 years that he's been at the university. And while this doesn't seem to be a problem that Chapman has right now, it's always better to be safe and equipped than sorry. Reporting from Orange, this is Sabrina Santoro, Chapman News.
The cost of education continues to rise, making it difficult for some students to pay for basic needs, and food is no exception. But a program on Chapman's campus aims to help. Reporter Tori Edgar has the story.
Chapman University's food pantry brings relief to students struggling to pay for everything on their plates. The Chapman Art Collections, Art Department Ideation Lab, and students from philosophy professor Daniel Pilchman's food ethics class hosted an event on Wednesday in the Piazza to spread the word on this issue.
Across the nation, about 1 in 5 students experience this food insecurity, which means that they don't have regular access to nutritious, affordable food. And for some of those students, that meant that they had to choose between buying a textbook and buying food.
Chapman's campus is no exception. Meal plans cost $2,387 outside of at least $4,000 for on-campus living. The food pantry is located in Moreland Hall in Residence Life. Students must ask Dean Jerry Price for help to be approved. Inside the pantry are non-perishable foods like canned goods, pasta, cereal, granola bars, and breakfast bars.
I think not a lot of people recognize that there are people who benefit from this because it's a very quiet issue on campus. But I think it could be anybody that you really know, anybody who's facing food insecurity on campus. So I think it's a great project to have this to really bring it out into the open.
The Chapman University Food Pantry currently benefits about 20 students on campus, and they're hoping by today's event to raise awareness on that. Those who stopped by the table received a free tote bag designed by a graphic design student at Chapman. I'll show you right now, and I got myself one. Inside 4 of the tote bags were golden tickets, which won students a ceramic bowl made by Chapman art professor Dan Kitty. The pantry will continue in the coming semesters and will hopefully go to more Chapman students who need it most. Reporting for Chapman News, I'm Tori Edgar.
Paddleboarders and swimmers were given a scare on Wednesday when 15 great white sharks were spotted off the coast of Capistrano Beach in Dana Point. An Orange County Sheriff's Department helicopter spotted them and warned those in the ocean to calmly exit the water. On Thursday, 3 sharks were spotted by the helicopter, this time more spread out than the day before. The area was put under a 48-hour advisory, and officials said the earliest it will be lifted is Saturday. The beaches remain open, but officials urge beachgoers to remain cautious.
You've seen their buses, their trolleys, their Metrolink trains. The Orange County Transportation Authority is one of the bigger and more important county agencies.
And the man in charge of running OCTA is Daryl Johnson. He joins us right now live in studio. Thank you so much for being with us.
You're welcome.
Here today.
Thanks for the invitation. I really appreciate it.
Of course.
So you are at one of the biggest agencies in the OC. How did you come to be in this position?
Well, much like you, I was going to college and I was studying political science and business, and one of the things I thought I could work on was quality of life. And for me, transportation, a good transportation system really led to good quality of life. And 26 years later, I'm still in the business.
Nice. And relating to good quality of life, a lot of people in the area, especially as college students, don't have a car or a way to get around. And I was reading up on some of OCTA's newest initiatives, and you're working with Lyft. What was the idea behind that and the process that comes with that?
A couple of things. One is we've had a bus system in Orange County for 40 years, but my thinking is we need to think about the transit system for the future. And there's places in our county, right here in Orange, Santa Ana, Garden Grove, the buses work really well. But other parts of the county, like San Clemente, where we're doing our Lyft pilot, it's a little bit different. So what we tried to do is think about how can we still provide mobility solutions that are sort of modernized and look to the future without using a 40-foot bus. So we entered into a pilot program with Lyft last October, and we're still working through that, but so far so good.
So we can expect Lyft rides from OCTA in the future?
We'll have to think about how we roll that out around the rest of the county. But we're trying to think about how we can be a little more modern and take advantage of some new technology.
Yeah, definitely.
And a lot of the projects that you all oversee cost a few $1 billion, if not more, when you're implementing them and coming up with them. Where does this money come from?
Well, transportation infrastructure is very expensive, and our current freeway program, for example, is about $4 billion over the next 10 years. Very fortunate here in Orange County. The voters in 2006 voted to tax themselves 1/2 cent on every taxable sale. So that money is dedicated to transportation, and we use that for streets, roads, freeways, Metrolink trains. We're building a light rail project in downtown Santa Ana with that money as well.
Wow. And one final question for you today. You've been working for the OCTA for quite some time now. What do you think is the most important service that it provides to the county?
You know, that's a tough question because I think all of it is so important. But really, when I get down to it, we do the highway system, the streets and road system, but the bus system and the paratransit system, which is what helps disabled and other folks with significant challenges getting around the county. That's a really important part of that quality of life I was talking about earlier. And we carry about 170,000 people a day on the bus system, and obviously hundreds of thousands of people a day on the freeway system, and they both work together to really provide that quality of life in Orange County.
Definitely making transportation possible for everyone.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Daryl Johnson, for being here with us today.
Yes. And coming up after the break, Hulu TV is finally here, but how does it stack up against the competition? Robert breaks it down in this week's Week in Tech.
Plus, the Irvine Great Park puts together more plans for an upcoming water park.
And it's 71 degrees and sunny here in Orange, but let's see how the weekend will be. We'll be right back on Chapman News.
I'll never forget the day our landlord called and said, "Read your lease. No pets allowed." My owner tells him my dog ate the lease, but that didn't work. And now I'm stuck in a shelter. But this pit bull is ready for a new crib. I'm loving, loyal, and play well with others. So don't be intimidated by all my muscles, because the biggest one I have is my heart. That's right, I said it.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
Snapchat took Wall Street by storm when they went public back in March, but after Wednesday's earning report, it looks like the honeymoon period is over. Robert Rosenfeld breaks down Snap's bad news and more in this week's Week in Tech.
After many weeks of rumors, Amazon is officially transforming the Echo from a simple speaker to a high-tech gadget that looks like it's straight out of the movies. The Echo Show takes the brainpower of Amazon's Alexa and puts it into a small, sleek box that adds a 7-inch touchscreen, an HD camera, and some high-end speakers. The new addition to the Echo family can visually show you answers to questions you ask it, like recipes and search queries and the weather, and it can even play back video and make HD video calls. If you're ready to make the futuristic lifestyle your reality, you can do so when the device ships next month for $230. Hulu, a company once seen as the pioneer of online television, is following in the footsteps of DirecTV and YouTube by jumping on that cord-cutting bandwagon and launching its own online streaming service. Appropriately called Hulu TV, the service brings in all the broadcast giants as well as properties from Viacom, Disney, and dozens of other channels. The service works across smart TVs and mobile devices, but it lacks many of the high-end features, though it should be noted that you're getting all the perks of that regular Hulu subscription thrown in for one price. You can get a 1-week free trial of Hulu TV, but after that, it's going to cost you $40 a month. Snap Inc. stock is taking a bit of a tumble after its first quarter on Wall Street didn't meet the expectations set by investors. The company made about $150 million last quarter, but that figure fell short of the $158 million expected by investors. In total, the company has lost over $2 billion in the past year, though most of that cost was incurred by the company going public a few months ago. But the bad news doesn't end there. The growth on Snapchat's platform has begun to slow down, while its main competitor, Instagram Stories, soars past the app, flexing its 200 million daily active users over Snapchat's measly 166 million. And if you want to keep yourself up to date with all the latest tech news over the summer, be sure to check out facebook.com/theweekintech. Give that page a like, and you'll be up to date on everything that's making news in the tech world. I'm Robert Rosenfeld, and that's The Week in Tech. See you back here in August.
Wow, the final Week in Tech. I love that. Robert, you're a rock star.
He is so talented.
So talented. Now, doing a full 360 here, I don't know a lot about technology. Something I know even less about is hockey. I can tell you the 3 things I know about hockey. There's pucks, a lot of fighting, and it's very cold. My mom always used to make me bring a jacket, but that's literally all I know. So
That's a good start. That's a very good start. If you need help, I'm a huge hockey fan.
I would appreciate that.
But there is another hockey fan, and that's Woofy, and he's actually at the Honda Center right now for tonight's first game, and the Ducks are going to be facing the Preds, but Woofy, I think, has more info.
Thanks, Emily. Well, we are here at the Honda Center today where the first game of the Western Conference Finals will take place between our hometown Anaheim Ducks and the Nashville Predators. Now, both teams, interestingly enough, had a very similar road to get to these Western Conference Finals. In the first round, both teams completed a 4-game sweep, including Nashville sweeping the #1 overall seed Chicago Blackhawks 4-0, while the Ducks swept the Calgary Flames 4-0. In the second round, both teams, similarly enough, ended their series with a home ice win. Nashville was able to take Game 6 at home against the St. Louis Blues, and we all saw this past Wednesday as the Ducks were able to take down Edmonton right here in this stadium in a Game 7. This was the first Game 7 home win for the Ducks in the past 5 years, so Duck fans were breathing a sigh of relief to see their team move on and advance to the next round. These two teams have met only 2 times before in the playoffs, with Nashville holding the edge 2-0. Nashville beat the Ducks back in 2011, 4-2, and we all remember last year when Nashville took out the Ducks in the first round in that heartbreak Game 7. The puck is scheduled to drop here at 6 p.m., and the Honda Center is expecting a max capacity crowd of 18,336 fans to be rocking full in that stadium, loud as can be, cheering on the Anaheim Ducks. 4 games away from Lord Stanley's Cup. We can all rejoice for that. The Ducks are in the playoffs. Playoff hockey is here, and we're all just so excited. On our way here today, I actually saw, I think, every other car had a Ducks flag on them, so you can see the town surely is being painted orange. For my last time with Chapman News, this has been Wolfie Tash signing off. Back to you ladies at the desk.
Thank you, Woofy. I'm so excited.
I am excited too. Maybe I'll watch now and learn about hockey. You know?
Hey, I'll watch with you and I'll explain it as we go.
Okay, I'm gonna have hockey lessons tonight, everyone. I'm so excited.
Well, going from one Anaheim to the other, a family driving back from San Diego after a trip to Disneyland was struck by a drunk driver on Wednesday night, severely injuring a 6-year-old boy. The drunken driver sped off from the scene, according to witnesses, but was later found and arrested. The driver was identified as 38-year-old Constantino Banda Acosta, and a background check revealed that he had been deported 15 times before the accident Wednesday night, the most recent deportation being listed as January 18th. Banda Acosta is being held on charges of DUI, driving without a license, and hit and run. He could face up to 8 years in jail.
Just in time for summer, there's a new place opening up where we can all stay cool. Allison Moses has more on the story.
The grand plan for Orange County's Great Park has continued to evolve from the original plans made in 1999 when the last Marines left this former base. Due to economic realities and shifting tastes for certain activities, a debate began on how to make best use of this large piece of land.
I don't really like them changing the plans because I think it's going to cost them a lot more money.
I don't know. I'm glad they're catering to the needs of the people in the city. I think it's a really good idea, and it'll give people in the town something to do during the summer, especially when it gets hot. It'll be a nice change of pace, and glad they're listening to residents in the area.
The Great Park will now include an Anaheim Ducks mega community ice rink, a water park, and a sports park that includes everything from tennis courts to championship stadiums to playgrounds.
While some of these community attractions just began construction, most are set to open early this summer, just in time for some family fun in the sun. With Chapman News, I'm Allison Moses.
Dogs are known for having personalities larger than their size, and when a pup in Burbank this week came up against a bear in his yard, he didn't stand down. After taking a dip in the neighbor's pool, a large brown bear found his way into the border collie's yard, and the pup was not pleased. In the videos caught by a helicopter overhead, the collie began growling and then chased the bear across the yard before the bear made his way over a fence. It's safe to say the bear should have taken heed to the warning dog in yard signs posted.
Yikes, bears. Scary stuff. We don't like that.
I don't either, and I don't think they're supposed to be out this time of year because it is almost summer, but, you know, we graduate in a week.
That's another thing I don't like, graduating in a week. Yeah, and one thing I'm having trouble with about graduation is that I don't know what to wear. Under the black gown, is it going to be hot? Is it going to be cold?
I have no idea. I've gone through my closet a few times, pants, dresses. I don't know.
I think one person who will know will be Ella Miller over in the Weather Center. Ella, what can we expect in the coming week and weekend with the weather?
Well, ladies, I don't want to talk graduation, but it should be a sunny day, hopefully. Today we have a sunny 71 degrees, so I'm very excited about that and looking forward towards the weekend. It looks like it's going to be even sunnier. So as we look over all of Orange County, we're going to see some mid-60s to 70-degree weather. If we look at Newport Beach, we have about 64 degrees, so if you're hitting the beach, you might want to bring a light jacket, but it should still be a lot of fun. San Clemente, 63, Mission Viejo, 69, and Orange at 71. And as we look out over all of Southern California, we're going to see some cooler temperatures up in Santa Barbara at 65 degrees, 66 down in San Diego, and if you're looking for some heat, you might want to head to the desert because it is 91 degrees and sunny. And if we look at our 5-day forecast, we are in luck for the weekend. Today we started off with 74 degrees and sunny, and throughout the weekend it'll be just the same, 74 degrees and sunny on Saturday, 71 on Sunday. So if you're hitting the beach, you're in luck, but make sure you're careful of those waters. Don't want any shark attacks happening. And as Monday comes around, as with finals, we will be seeing some partly cloudy skies at 69 degrees, but don't worry because at Tuesday we are seeing 70 and sunny, yet again, just like the Southern California weather always promises. Now, if you're like me and you are headed to the National Tournament of Lacrosse this weekend, you are in luck because it is going to be a sunny day, great for sports. Speaking of sports, I know Matt Brown has more on the story of that, so I'm going to toss it over to Matt with sports.
Thanks, Ella. Coming up on the Best Campus Sports Show, we got Ducks highlights. And Nick Vieira, he's going to stop running, and he's going to enjoy this when we come back.
We just finished dinner, and it was time for homework. He hates homework.
It makes no sense.
I don't know how he finds anything in his backpack.
I can't find my backpack.
Finally, we found his assignment. He rushed through it. I wonder if he even learned anything.
I wasn't gonna get it right, so I just wanted to get back to playing my video game. At least I'm good at that.
I couldn't even read his handwriting.
Holding the pencil makes my hand hurt.
I know he's bright.
Why is it so hard for me?
He's
I'm
just
trying
gotta
as
try a
hard
little
as
harder.
I can.
When you can see learning and attention issues from their side, you can be on their side. That's why there's Understood.org, a free online resource for the parents of the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues. Here you'll get personalized recommendations, practical tips, daily access to experts, and more. Go from misunderstanding to Understood.org.
Emergencies and disasters happen with little or no warning and often occur while you are away from home. Be ready for emergencies by registering your alternate phone numbers, cell phones, and email addresses at alertoc.com. You will receive alerts when an emergency occurs near your workplace or neighborhood.
Welcome to the Best Campus Sports Show. I'm Matt Brown, and it's been very busy around Anaheim. You just saw Wolfie Tash at the Honda Center, and the Ducks will face the hottest team in the NHL tonight in the Stanley Cup semifinals. This is only because the Ducks snapped a losing streak that dated back to 2006. They haven't won a Game 7 in their last 5 tries. Wednesday was their big shot against the Edmonton Oilers. Let's take a look back at it. Goalie John Gibson allowed at least 3 goals in 5 of the first 6 games of the series. And he's going to struggle in this one as Shea Theodore trying to bring it out from back of the net. Oh, Drake Caggiula just bum rushing him. How did that get through? Rough start for the Ducks and Gibson. Edmonton up 1-0 early. Brandon Montour reaching for this one-timer. Cam Talbot getting a save on Kessler, but not Andrew Cogliano coming in with the rebound. Good play there. Then Nick Ritchie. Rista. Ducks up 2-1. Look at that 7-hole. Oilers have time, though. That was only 3 minutes in the final period. Moments later, Caggiula to Connor McDavid. 1, 2, 3 times. No. Gibson and the Ducks, with their best defensive effort, they take it 2-1. Ducks will face the Predators at 6 p.m. tonight at the Honda Center. And now moving on to Chapman baseball. They ended their season last week with a loss due to Redlands in the SCIAC playoffs, but it wasn't without some bright spots. Third baseman Tyler Cook led the Panthers to one of their best finishes in recent history and put his name in the record books as well. Michael Hofling caught up with this week's Athlete of the Week. I might be there too.
Hi, Michael Hofling here with this week's Athlete of the Week, Tyler Cook. You had one of the best tournaments of anybody in SCIAC, 2 home runs. How do you stay so calm in such pressure situations such as the playoffs?
You just have to trust all your preparation that you put in during the season and just trust that what you've been doing is going to let you succeed in the playoffs.
So you're graduating this year. After Chapman, did you plan on doing some sort of cooking show?
I do not. Nope,
No?
haven't even considered it.
Are you good at cooking?
I like to think I'm all right.
You like to think you are? What's your favorite dish to make?
I like to barbecue chicken.
Oh, barbecue, yeah. All right, there we go.
Chicken with a steak.
All right, well, something I wanted to try was, you seem like you're pretty good, but I played when I was 10, and I was pretty good too. I had some good, decent power, so let's put your baseball skills to the test against the true master, me.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first annual Hof versus Cook battle at Hart Park. I'm Matt Brown alongside Jonathan Hernandez. Nana, what can we see in this game?
It's going to be, I don't think it's going to be very close between the two, Matt. Cook's a top 10 all-time hitter here at Chapman University, and Hof, well, I don't really know what he brings, so it'll be interesting to see.
I mean, you can look at the tail of the tape here.
Breadsticks.
All right, Tyler Cook is up first. He's going to try and hit it as far as he can into center field. Hof is going to try and field it. Here comes Tyler Cook stepping up for his first one, and that's a long one. That's going deep to center. Can Hof get that? Oh!
Super close. It's going to bounce over the fence for a ground rule double. There's a high fly ball.
Oh, he seems like he's camped under it.
Yep.
And no.
He looks good.
He looks good while doing it. I guess that matters. I guess that counts. All right, well, here's Michael Hofling up for his first swing. Hi, I see you, yeah. He's calling out his shot.
He did call himself the Babe Ruth of sports broadcasting, so, oh, yikes. That did not look pretty.
Here it comes.
Oh!
That's some good contact over Cook's head. And now he's gonna think he's really good. I'm not too sure about the celebration there.
That could use some work.
And there's a swing and a miss. There it is again. All right, so here comes the race. Ready, set, go. It doesn't even look like Cook is trying here.
No, he's trying to keep it close.
They get to the finish line, and I think Cook won. We can take a look at the replay. You can see the line on the field there where they're gonna finish, and no, it wasn't close.
Nope, Cook smoked him.
Well, that's it for us. I think we're gonna throw it back to Hof to close this package out, huh?
Yep.
All right, let's go.
It was the hat. It was the hat. Too much wind resistance. Well, so I couldn't end my 0 for 17 people now streak. Thanks a lot. Anyway, athlete of the week, Tyler Cook, Michael Hofling, Chapman News. Thanks a lot, man.
Of course, our thanks to Jonathan Hernandez and Tyler Cook for joining us. The team is down but not out. With some luck this weekend, they could get an at-large bid into the NCAA tournament. How about a Panther team that's in the playoffs, a Cinderella story of sorts? Chapman men's lacrosse is headed to the national championship of the MCLA for the 3rd straight year. They entered as a wild card and beat top teams, including the #1 seed BYU. They'll meet Grand Canyon University, the 2015 champion. Of course, Chapman is the defending champion, and will play tomorrow at 2:30. That's it for me in sports. Juliet will get us all caught up in the entertainment world. Juliet?
Yes, thanks, Matt. Coming up in entertainment, we've got all you need to know about Harry Styles' new album, plus the actor who will speak at this year's baccalaureate service. I'm Julietta Chicksai. You're watching Chapman News.
Follow your dreams. Chapman University. Take your life to new heights. Chapman University. Invest your humanity. Lead.
They call me Maxie, but I prefer tripod. I was your above-average four-legged homie, and then wham, bam, minivan. Some people pity me. Now that's lame. I still run, fetch, and swim. And the ladies love me. I'm the ultimate wingman. Just don't ask me to high five.
Welcome back, everyone.
Now, I do have to admit one thing, Molly. I have to interrupt you quickly here. I am in love. That's right. I'm in love. I'm in a very committed relationship.
Congratulations, with who?
Thank you. It's with someone that I know very personally, that everyone knows, loves. My parents will love him. Mom and Dad, you'll love this. He's covered in tattoos. It's the one and only Harry Styles. We're very serious right now. Yeah, we're in love. So.
I see. You know, I hear he has a new album that just recently dropped, and
yes.
I think Juliet may be able to fill you in on your husband's info.
Yes, Juliet, please catch me up on my boyfriend's new album.
Of course, Amali and Emily, thank you so much. Okay, everybody, the day has come. After much anticipation, Harry Styles' first solo album is out today. His self-titled album includes songs like the single Sign of the Times, which I have definitely enjoyed on my 5 p.m. car rides home, and other hits like Sweet Creature and Ever Since New York. The One Direction member says he gets to show fans a different side of himself through the music, and he can't wait for people to hear it. Some other exciting things coming from Harry. On May 15th, he is set to release a film with Apple Music to give fans an inside look at the making of his album. It will have an exclusive behind-the-scenes footage and interviews along with Styles performing his songs for the first time at Abbey Road Studios in London. The film is called Harry Styles Behind the Album. Let's take a look.
I kind of wanted to see if I could write something that people liked without knowing everything about me. Anytime you're doing anything different, it's quite scary.
Yeah, so I definitely jammed to that. Fans of Jane the Virgin and graduates, get ready for a visit from Justin Baldoni next Friday, May 19th, as the first night of commencement ceremonies kicks off. Baldoni will be coming to Chapman to speak at the baccalaureate service for a night of reflection and interfaith worship. An acclaimed actor and humanitarian, his efforts focus on creating positive change. The event is held by Fish Interfaith Center on campus and will be in the Musco Center for the Arts. All Chapman faculty, students, and family members are welcome to attend, but get on getting those tickets early because they have been going fast. You can RSVP on the Chapman University Tickets website. Now, while this is the last broadcast of the year, we want to give you a few things to look forward to in the entertainment world. First up, we've got the 2017 Billboard Awards on May 21st. This is one of the biggest nights in music, complete with the best of the Billboard chart toppers. Artists like Halsey and the Chainsmokers are set to perform along with Sam Hunt. Not to mention Drake, Nicki Minaj, Ed Sheeran, and Florida Georgia Line will also take the stage to perform. It will be a big night for Celine Dion. She will celebrate 20 years of the classic My Heart Will Go On. The award show airs live Sunday, May 21st at 5 p.m. on ABC. Looking ahead to next month, make sure to catch the Tony Awards. Broadway's best will gather at Radio City Music Hall in New York City to celebrate their achievements in theater. Some of the top nominees are shows like Groundhog Day, Great Comet, and Hello Dolly. Actor Kevin Spacey will be hosting the big night. It airs live at 5 p.m. on CBS. And that is your very latest in entertainment. And as graduation comes way too quickly just next week, I just want to thank everybody that has been involved with Chapman News, peers, friends, family, but especially our fearless leader, Pete Weitzner. Pete, I hope that your new journey brings all the happiness and success that you have inspired in each one of your students throughout your career. Chapman, and definitely my Chapman experience, would not have been the same without you. So thank you. For the last time as an undergraduate, I'm Julietta Chexai. I'm sending it back to my friends at the desk.
Log on to our website, chapmannews.tv, to see all of our episodes, Chapman Newsy bios, and top headlines.
And make sure you follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/Chapman News, Twitter and Instagram at Chapman News, and YouTube at youtube.com/Chapman News.
This may be our last time anchoring Chapman News.
But this will not be the last time you're seeing us on your TV.
We both have post-grad jobs lined up in news, which we are incredibly thankful and excited for.
Yes, that's right. I'm headed to the NBC affiliate, KOBI, in Medford, Oregon, where I'll be reporting and later anchoring.
And I'm headed to the NBC CBS station, KVLY, in Fargo, North Dakota. This past year, Chapman News has been amazing, but none of it would have been possible without the Newsy crew or Pete. Thank you to everyone who has supported me these last 4 years, my mentors, friends, and family. Chapman will always hold a special place in my heart, and I can't wait to see what is next on this adventure.
And as my heart beats out of my chest, I want to say thank you, Chapman News. I'm going to cry for everything the past 2 years. Thank you to my co-executive producers, Nick and Ian. You two are incredible, and I appreciate all that you've taught me, picking up my slack. And, oh my gosh, thank you to Pete for creating this show and the family that comes with it, and everyone here. It's been an honor.
And to end the show, we have a very special tribute to the seniors who will be leaving us.
But this isn't goodbye. Just see you later. I'm gonna wipe my tears. So for the last time at the desk, I'm Emily Beal.
And I'm Molly Casey. See you later, Chaptown.
right, now we are all graduating seniors, we're all leaving, but not only are we leaving, Chapman is taking a major hit, losing Pete Weitzner, but they're not losing him. He'll still be around, teaching one class this fall, and he will be close by as the editor-in-chief of the OC Business Journal. We've all had an incredible experience here, but it's all because of you, Pete. I think that you make this program what it is. You bring a spirit to Dodge that doesn't exist here without your presence and the love and the warmth you bring to people. You're so committed to this job, so committed to this position, and we have a surprise for you. But before we do that, I want all of us to say thank you on 3. We owe it all to you, Pete. You're why we're here. You're why we're doing what we're doing. So on the count of 3, seniors, ready? 1, 2, 3. Thank you, Pete!
Okay, now. There are a lot of people who care a lot about you. I knew they were dying to just share. And they came in droves when I called for them. So I could talk about you for a bit, but I think these people might have a better way of explaining words than I am, since this took about like 5 takes to do. So let's go ahead and see what they had to say.
All right, Pete, so just stop for a second and think. Think about all the lives that you changed over the last 20 years, because it is a ridiculous number. For me, your classes gave me the best memories, the best fiance as well, and I couldn't be more indebted to you. All of us, young, old, getting older, we are all connected through you, our professor and our friend. You taught us, you fought for us, you encouraged us, you networked for us. So here's to your 20 years at Chapman and a lifetime for all of us together in Weitzner's Army. Congratulations, P. We love you.
Over the past 3 years or so, he's the one that really pushed me and challenged me and has supported me and encouraged me to do everything that I've done and now be a bigger part of Chapman News as a producer. And he's really made a big impact on my life.
Thank you for everything, Pete. You know, you've done so much for me. Coming in, having no idea what this was about, no experience, and just sitting down with you, helping figure out not only my major plan, but just life.
Where would I be without you? Clear, concise, conversational, and always trust Professor Pete. I've always followed your advice. You taught me everything I know about broadcast news writing, and I'm so thankful to have had you in my life. These kids at Chapman are going to miss out. I know you'll be on campus, but Chapman University won't be the same without you.
Without you, I don't think this ever would have been something I would have done with my life, so thank you so much.
I became friends with Pete. Like, you always hope to have a professor who teaches you and like helps you beyond the classroom, and I can say that Pete was like, he was a friend.
Hey, look, just want to say thank you for all that you've done, not just for me, but for so many students over the last 20 years. You have meant the absolute world to us. Look, I wouldn't have this chance today if not for you. So seriously, from the bottom of my heart, thanks, Pete. Well done.
We have you to thank for the success of Chapman News, the success of the program, all the amenities we have, all the memories we have, all the people here, and it's all because of your hard work.
Other than thank you. Appreciate you for everything you've done and helped me with over the years. And as you know, I'm here in Vegas now these days and have a few of my friends here to work with. And, you know, what can I say? It's a great ride. And
Ladies and gentlemen, Robbie Hunt. Robbie Hunt.
Our cheer, everybody.
No, Robbie. This is Pete Weitzner.
Hey, Pete.
You need to get back behind the camera. It's a live shot exercise time. Let me do a mic check here. My dog has fleas. My dog has fleas. All right. Hey, Pete. It's Sam Argier, class of 2003. I'll always remember that my dog has fleas mic check before our live shot exercises. Thank you for being a mentor to me, for helping me out. I'll never forget the day I came to talk to you and I switched majors to broadcast journalism, and it led me onto this path, now working with Robbie, and now 13, 14 years in the news business. Pete, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here. So I thank you from the bottom of my heart for not only being a mentor, but a great friend over the years. I love you. I wish you nothing but the best in the future, and all the best, Pete.
Thank you for always being there for me whenever I needed mentorship. Growing up, I never really had anyone to look up to, and when I came to Chapman, I was looking for that in a professor and trying to find a mentor, and I found you.
We've had so many great times, laughed a lot. You helped me learn what I wanted to do. I didn't know what I wanted to do in sports journalism, and you kept pushing me towards news, and I just kept doing sports stories. So, look, here we are, and I'm doing play-by-play in the major leagues. Again, I just cannot thank you enough for all that you've done. You've been a tremendous mentor for me. First and foremost as well, thank you for playing my first ever demo tape from the minor leagues to your class. So it proved that I was actually awful and needed to get better. So that pushed me most definitely to get myself to where I am now.
He was always
bend over backwards to either get them an internship, talk to them after class, answer any questions that they ever had, whether they were in the program or not. There's so many kids that have transferred to be either broadcast journalism majors or minors just because of Pete, and I think that really speaks.
And that's who he is. He cares. He cares about us. He cares about making the experience great for his students, and that's what Chapman's going to miss the most, and what I'm going to miss the most about that program.
I never thought Pete would leave, so it's kind of weird to see him go, but I'm definitely happy that I got my 4 years with him, and I know, thinking about it in terms of where he's going, I know he wouldn't give up this job for anything, so it's got to be something great.
That taught me so much about TV and news and how to be not just a good journalist, but a good person. Pete, I'm doing one of your favorite things, drinking. And I just want to say how much you mean to me. You've been a great teacher, friend, and mentor these past 4 years. And I'm deeply grateful for all your recommendation letters, for all your the free breakfast for Chapman News, all the time that you really invested in your students and in my life.
Pete, I want to thank you for shaping me through this program. You're the one who encouraged me to get in front of the camera, which made me really uncomfortable, but you know what? It helped me to grow. I'm also eternally grateful because you were actually the first adult to talk to me when I went through the hardest time of my life, because in 2004, my dad died of cancer, and that's when we were on that London trip. A lot of great memories, but will always be special to me is you talking me through that process as I went through grieving for the very first time in my life. I wish you all the best in your next endeavor at the Orange County Business Journal. But before you leave Chapman, I've noticed a trend. See, when Jay Boylan left, he got the title of Professor Emeritus. So by the power invested in me as the television studio engineer of Chapman University, I grant you the title of Leader Emeritus. So enjoy that. Be sure that all your underlings in your next job call you leader.
The one word I would use to describe Pete is charismatic.
Charismatic.
Genuine.
Genuine, real, iridescent. You're like a unicorn.
It's humble.
Humble and supportive.
Neighborly.
Wowza!
Fatherly.
Warm. Accepting.
Definitely leader.
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 Leader. Incredible. Unwavering.
He is contagious.
Caring.
Accessible.
Encouraging.
Passionate.
Kind.
Omniscient. He's the man, plain and simple. Pete is the man. And maybe it's not one word, but one word's not enough to describe Pete Weitzner.
Congrats on a great tenure at Chapman. Hope your new newsroom is as much fun as ours was, and honored to be a member of Weitzner's Army.
I hope that at your next job that people love you as much as we do here, because you really deserve it and you're an amazing person.
You've been such a great mentor here and someone I've really looked up to, and I appreciate all your help that you've done for me and everything you've done for this amazing program that you're leaving behind, and sad to see you go, but excited to see what's in your future.
Just wish you the best of luck in all of your future ventures, and I know that you won't even need it because of all the talent and skills that you have and how wonderful you are to work with.
You've taught me a lot of things that I'll never forget. A lot of life lessons, a lot of people lessons, a lot of things about news. You're the man. Good luck with everything. Hope the lady's going well, and we'll miss you.
I'm just so excited for you, and I just can't tell you how much I'm so thankful for everything you've done for me. I wouldn't be here, literally, if it wasn't for you. So thank you so much, Brando, Nixon, Auntie Deb loves you. Can't wait to see you guys soon. Best of luck.
The same way I was really bad about submitting all of my stories to Chapman News on time. I was pretty late in submitting this video, which is why I look like this. But this is more realistic because this is how I showed up to Chapman News every Friday morning, eating the free breakfast and feeling really grateful to have someone like Pete Weitzner as my professor. So thank you so much for all that you've done for us, the journalism program, and for Chapman News.
We wouldn't be where we are today without you. So reporting live from the Big Apple at 30 Rockefeller Plaza, this is Mallory. This is Annie signing off. We love you.
Well, I'm so excited that you're making this change of pace and you're going to be doing such cool things with your new position. I know that we were definitely the luckiest ones to be a part of the program while you were at the helm.
You've been an incredible role model, mentor, friend, professor to so many of us, and I really can't thank you enough for everything you've done for me. You believed in me from the beginning, you've encouraged me, supported me, and I really just want to send you a big thank you and congratulations on everything you've done for all of the students at Chapman. You have led
left.
Thank you for helping me realize my passion for journalism. My life is forever changed because of you. We all love you.
Pete, I can't believe it. It's the end of an era. Thank you so much for all the good times you've given me and my fellow students. Without you, I probably wouldn't be working here with your best friend, Bill Maher.
Congratulations on your new job. I just wanted to say thank you so much for all you've done for supporting me during those 4 years at Chapman. I literally cannot imagine making it to where I am without you and Chapman existing without you, but I am so excited for you, and hopefully we get to see each other again soon.
None of us can thank you enough for everything that you've done for us. I don't think you realize how many careers that you have shaped and molded. Out here every day, I am inspired to do something as best as I possibly can, only because you always taught me that I could do it.
And I don't know anybody who knows more about more things than you do, so I'm sure you'll do great.
Stay at Topanga Canyon. Love your poodles. And I know you like to name your dogs after presidents, but like, maybe not Trump.
Pete, you throwing a party at your house before you leave? Let's all hang out.